Hi there friends, and welcome to our little video here. This is going to be a tutorial on a new product that we are putting out to the public just in time for the Halloween season. We think you guys are really going to love this particular product, and we're here to tell you all about it and all the features that it has. Can you imagine what it is? You guessed it. It's a coffin. So this is a coffin card carrier or card holder design. It comes in 3 different sizes. You have 25 card, 50 card, and 100 card designs. You can tell the difference of the sizes here on the side rather. Again, 25 card, 50 card, and 100 card sizes. Inside of the card, actually before I talk about the inside, as you saw when we first started the show, these are very stackable. The reason that they're stackable is they do interlock with this bottom cross design along with this top cross design. They're perfectly matched so that when they come together, they lock in place, and you can transport those nice and safe, sound, and secure, knowing that they are all locked in place. Now, they aren't physically locked, they simply nestle on top of each other, but makes it much easier to pack safely, makes it much easier to transport. You know, I can pick up this big stack of coffins and not be too worried about it falling over or falling apart. So again, we have 3 sizes. We have the 100 card box size, the 50 card size, and then the 25 card size. One of the things that's very cool about these designs, we'll open it up and show you. Inside the box, we have this inner design that we created of an internal cross as well. I'm going to push these off to the side, and I'm going to show you the features of this internal cross and why it's so important. So the way that we've designed our inner coffin design is we have a compartment here for the cards. We have a cross here that stays on top of those cards to lock them in place. Of course, that cross is completely removable to be able to get these cards out of there. And then we have a component here and here for maybe some trinkets that you might have, or if you're a card set owner that you want to put out, you might have something that you want to include in this box for this particular set of cards. Now on to the cross design and why it is so important. In this cross design, you'll notice, I'm going to switch to camera views to a little more eye point view so I can show you the feature of it. If you look at this design, oops, let's see here. There we go. If you look at this design here, you're going to notice that this cross sits below the top of the surface of the inner chamber for that box of cards. Now, why is that important? Well, we found in our testing that if you have the cross sitting on top of that box chamber, you see that gap between the top of the box and where the cards are at? If you don't recess this cross down into that chamber, those cards can come out of there and can get pinched between the bottom of the cross and the top of the box. Obviously, we don't want that to happen. So we have designed our cross, our clip, so to speak, to recess down into that box so that it can keep those cards nice and sound, safe, and secure. When you look at the box itself, you're going to notice that it's got notches on all 4 sides of where that cross, that inner clip, sits down and nestles into that box to keep those cards safe and sound. Now, how does this clip stay down, right? How do we keep this clip pushed down? That is the importance of this lid. When you look at the lid, you're going to notice this little dot here in the middle. This dot actually has a very specific purpose. That dot is designed to fit squarely on the center of that cross and push it down below the top of this particular inner chamber for the box. So again, when this lid is on here, this dot, which pushes down on this cross, keeps everything locked in place and keeps the cross from coming up, the clip from coming out, and keeps the cards from getting any kind of pinched. Pretty cool, right? This is an internal design that we created at tntpug.com to solve the issue of how to transport these cards safely, soundly, and securely from point A to point B, whether that's carrying them or mailing them across the country or world for that matter. Couple of other things to talk about with the inner side of this box, and kind of what makes this design cool is that we can load cards in here in either just the raw card format, or we can also penny sleeve the cards. Now the penny sleeve does need to be the tight fitting penny sleeve, you know, one that actually fits the form of the card, not those great big loose ones with all the extra plastic. Obviously those aren't going to work in here, but the nice snug fit penny sleeves work fantastic. We also have this notch in the top of the crosshair cut out, and this little notch here basically is to be able to reach your finger in there and easily get those cards out without having to do any kind of stress to the card. Or of course you can just turn the card holder upside down and then the cards will fall straight out. Putting the cards in the box is super simple. Just put them into the chamber, and then you just kind of let them fall down into place. Locking that clip on there is super simple. Just put it in top there, put the lid on, and you're good to go. Okay, now what's really cool about these lids is that they're universal. Here's the smallest size box. This is the 25 card box. We're going to go ahead and put that lid up here out of the way. Let me switch back to our other view. I'm going to show you the lids and why it's really cool that they're so universal. Go ahead and take the lid of our 50 card box off. You'll see that the design is exactly the same. It's just a little taller as opposed to the 25 card box, right? Take the lid off of our 100 card box, put it up here. Again, exactly the same design, just physically taller. Now what's really cool about these though is that this lid that came off of the 25 card box, obviously that fits snugly on that box. This lid, the same exact lid, is also perfectly accommodating to the 50 card box. In addition, it's also perfectly accommodating to that 100 card box. It's a pretty cool feature. Now, why is that such an important feature? It's an important feature because one of the things that we offer with this particular card box set is the ability for artists to do custom artwork for you for your particular box. It is an add-on feature. The boxes as they are sold separately with the Coffin box design by themselves. But in addition to the box design, we also offer the opportunity for artists to design custom inlaid inserts for your particular Coffin lid. So those inserts look something like this. You have the artist name and the 1 of 1 on the bottom, along with a place for the artist to sign their insert. And of course these are blank, but these would be, if you could imagine, some custom artwork from any particular artist that you happen to love that is part of our program. Each artist that's part of our program has several of these inserts available to them so that they can create art both before you've requested it, so that we have some on the site if they choose, or they can do it on demand as a custom insert piece for something that you would work with the artist in order to create. Because it's an insert, what's really cool about it is you do not have to have the insert at the time that you buy the cross. Of course, you can buy them together if we have them available on the website. If we don't have them available and you're choosing an artist that has a wait time for their insert, we can still ship you your Coffin box and you can still begin using it right away. And when your artist is finished or completed with your insert, they could mail this directly to you and you could put it into your Coffin lid yourself. Now, how is that done? Is that difficult? No, not at all. Here's an example of the Coffin lid. Here's an example of the insert. Literally, you just put it in the Coffin lid, press down around the edges. It automatically is form-fitting to that Coffin lid. It's a pressure fit system so that it is in that Coffin lid by design, by pressure. That then is, of course, fits perfectly universally on your Coffin box. And of course, again, that lid is universally the same no matter which size of Coffin box that you put it on. So that's why we designed the lid to be universal that way, is because if you have, for example, one of these lids with some custom artwork in it, and you have one of the smaller art boxes or one of the smaller card boxes, and you want to upgrade to a larger box, we didn't want you to have to lose that artwork, that 1 of 1 artwork that you have on one lid if you upgraded to another box. Pretty cool, right? Okay, we also have some really exciting news for those of you that want a little bit more. Let me go ahead and put this away here. Let's go ahead and put this back on here. Let's go ahead and put this back on here. Let's stack these up because they're stackable and move them off to the side. So what's the exciting news? Why, you pray tell? You wonder what could be? What if you happen to want a design of an entire coffin? Not just the insert of the coffin, not just the inside of this lid here, but you want an entire coffin design by your favorite artist that's one of the artists in our program. That's what these particular boxes are for. These are called the Artist White boxes. They come available in two different types. They have the white cross on the top, very similar to our red cross design, only again it's white so that the artist can color it any design that they want to. And then we also have the plain surface, the flat surface of the cross, or rather of the coffin, available for the artist to do an entire piece on the surface, on the sides, and then of course on the inside of the coffin as well. In the inside of the coffin you have a white canvas for your artist to work with. You have the white retainer clip. Everything in here of course is designed for the artist to create and design this particular cross 100% custom for you. We can alter some things in here if the artist requests. There may be an upcharge depending on what type of alterations there are. In terms of color, the more color that you add into the design, the longer it takes to print and the more materials it takes to print. So that may increase the cost of it a little bit if, for example, let's say that your artist wanted the internal components in this to be, I don't know, let's just say purple or something to that effect. That would be possibly an upcharge on the particular coffin design that you have. And of course here we have the artist lid, the artist insert. The artist would do their design on this. We would then adhere that particular insert to the inside of your coffin lid. Again, that's still pressure fit. That coffin lid then of course gets married to your coffin and you are good to go. Again, we have two different versions, the plain top and the cross top. We also have two different versions in the black cross lids. If you, for whatever reason, don't want to have this big red cross on the outside of your coffin, you can also elect to change it to a flat lid as well. So that black coffin does come available with the flat lid option for you as well, if you prefer that sleek sort of coffin look without that external cross on the coffin itself. Now, what's another cool feature? How do you know that our coffin lids, or our coffins in general, are our coffins? One of the things that we have baked into our coffins is an RFID tag. So why is that important? Why would we put an RFID or an NFC tag into our coffins, other than obviously to specify authenticity, showing that our coffins are truly authentic, not a knockoff that's out there on the internet? Here's why. If you have, let's say, this fully custom built coffin, and let's say that Vinny Rappa made this coffin for you, designed it for you, you had a beautiful illustration on it, and you wanted to remember which artist it was that made this particular box, if you take your phone to your coffin and you tap it to the top of that coffin, all you got to do is move it across the top, and voila, you see I didn't touch my phone in terms of pulling the side up, but this automatically went straight to the artist that did this box for you. Again, we're imagining that this particular box has a design on it. If the box doesn't have a design on it, if it just has, for example, this red cross as an example, if we touch our phone to that, it's going to bring up our 3D site for tntpug.com, which is where, of course, these coffin boxes come from, is from tntpug.com. One of the other last things I want to talk about that's really cool about these coffins is they are very unique, or not so much unique, but very universal, in that you can display them here on their back where they're laying down like this, or of course you can display them standing up. Now you see how solid those were. I can stand those up, no problem. They stand up on their own entirely. They're nice and flat on the surface. If you force it down, it will fall, of course. However, standing up on its foot, absolutely no problem. It stands up nice and secure. As you can see, I can make noise. I can make vibration around it. It's not going to fall over because they are nice and secure. They're nice and solidly built, and we built them with the design in mind that some people may want to stand them on their foot to display. So for example, let me switch back over to that other view to show you what that would look like. Where is my mouse? There's my mouse. Sorry about that. To switch back over to the other view, if you wanted to display your coffin like so on the foot, this is what we do that for. We joke around and we say that our coffins, quite frankly, no other alternate option out there, no other coffins that might be knockoffs to our coffins stand up to our coffins. Our coffins stand up above all else. All right, so anyway, that's pretty much it for the coffins. They are available on the website. The pricing for the artist versions are set by the artists themselves. We've got some exciting artists, and we give some incredible incentives to the artists. So if you are an artist and you want to participate in our program, please by all means reach out to us. We would love to have you, and I am absolutely confident that you will very much appreciate our artist program and our appreciation of your incredible work, and how we honor you both in price and recognition for your artwork. When you are an artist with us on our coffins or any of our future designs, you automatically have your own artist landing page. You set your prices, and you get the lion's share of the profit from the designs that you make on our coffins. We wanted a way to support our artist community, and we felt that this was an incredible way to marry the two together, giving the artists the opportunity for a different form of art, and giving them full credit and financial reasons, of course, to participate, which makes them happy. And then as the artists are happy and creating incredible designs, obviously the consumers are happy because they're getting some amazing art from their artists. So it's a very happy marriage altogether, all the way around, and we are happy to bring that to you as a service and as a new product. So again, this is the coffin design from tntpug.com. If you have any questions, please feel free to look around the website. Most of your answers are going to be on that site, which is tntpug.com, at the 3D printing area of the site. If you do have any questions, though, that aren't answered there, by all means, feel free to reach out. We would love to help you in any way that we possibly can. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video and to observe our new product. We look forward to your purchases and your involvement in what will be an incredible future for these types of items on our site. Thanks again, take care, and have a blessed day.